This is the start of a really bad week for you.
No.
First, KYRIE. Wait a second. Did this really happen? KYRIE Irving wound up with the Boston Celtics, your chief rival? Really? How could that happen?
Where is LeBron playing next year?
Whoa.
What did Vegas say?
And now wait, Conor McGregor's going to dethrone Floyd Mayweather Jr. on Saturday night. This is going to be a rough one for you.
You don't even believe that, Skip.
Whoa.
You do, but don't worry about it.
Yeah. Here we are.
What's in that cup? Turn that cup on. Make sure that
There's never anything in that cup.
Just making sure, because sometimes you be saying something crazy. People like, Skip had to be drinking.
Shell game over here?
Good morning, guys. Boxing legend Sugar Ray Leonard will be here later to talk about Conor and Floyd, but we have to start with a huge NBA trade. KYRIE Irving was traded to the Celtics yesterday for a package that includes Isaiah Thomas and Jay Crowder and Brooklyn's 2018 first-round pick. A KYRIE move has been talked about since he reportedly requested a trade from Cleveland last month. LeBron tweeted afterwards, "Nothing but respect, and what a ride it was." Let's take a listen to Celtics president Danny Ainge on the big move.
This has obviously been a roller coaster of a day for us, trading away Isaiah and Jay and Ante, especially Isaiah and Jay, who have been such a big part of our team and our success and our Celtic culture as leaders of our team. Very, very difficult day. And at the same time, you know, a very exciting time for one of the best offensive players in the league. It is a high price tag, you know, acquiring a 25-year-old perennial all-star, a player that fits a timeline for us and is a fantastic offensive player, is one of the best offensive players in the league. You have to pay a heavy price.
Shannon, who won the trade?
You have to think about it.
No, there's no thinking for me.
Yeah.
The Cavaliers won the trade because they're operating from a position of weakness. Think about this. It was known that KYRIE did not want to play any longer in Cleveland. And he voiced his displeasure saying, I do not want to play alongside LeBron, or I want to get out of his shadow. So now Cleveland really doesn't have a choice. They have to move him. Everybody knows they have to move him. And for them to trade KYRIE. And you notice what Danny Ainge kept saying. He's a tremendous offensive player. He's a tremendous offensive player. Didn't mention, they just play offense. So I thought basketball, you play both ways, Skip. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to let you have your time. This is my time to shine. Yeah. The Cavaliers won this trade because you swap Isaiah for KYRIE. You get a defensive player in Crowder. But the most important thing, you get the Brooklyn Nets unprotected first-round pick in 2018's draft. Now, that was a pick that Danny Ainge was unwilling to relent to get Paul George, to get Jimmy Butler, but he wanted KYRIE. Wish him the best. But you still got LeBron, you still got Kevin Love, you bring in Isaiah. Now, Skip, everybody keep talking about, well, Isaiah's a tremendous offensive weapon. KYRIE's a tremendous offensive weapon. IT is no slouch. He was second team All-NBA. What team was KYRIE last year? None. Who finished fifth in the MVP voting? That would be who? Yeah, we got him too. So now, not only do you get an offensive weapon to replace KYRIE, you get a defensive guy, and you get some depth. That was the most important thing because, Skip, you remember last year, you watched the finals. Yeah. Man, they had the corpse of Bride out there, Darren Williams. Yeah. Stinking up the joint.
I thought you loved
Stop it, Skip. I did like it at the time. Sometimes people get married and they love the person they married. And then 72 days later, Kim Kardashian.
What did you call it, a game changer?
Yeah, he was. I thought he was going to be a game. He did. He changed it for the other team. Because as soon as he come in the game, you know what was happening. Skip, considering that the Cavaliers really had no strength here, everybody knew KYRIE wanted to go. And they didn't get fleeced like the Indiana Pacers. Because think about this, Kip. Indiana Pacers gave up Paul George, who's a legit player. He's a top 15 player. And you get back Victor Oladipo and Sabonis with no draft pick? At least the Cavaliers, from a position of weakness, is like you being a hostage. You negotiate with the hostage, the guy that's holding you hostage, and he end up giving you a ransom. You're like, whoa, how did that happen? I'm supposed to be giving you the ransom. You turn around and give me the ransom, and I get to go. So the Cavaliers won this pick, and Vegas says, guess what, Vegas? You love Vegas. You know them odds makers? Cavaliers are still 4-1. You know why they're still 4-1, Skip? 6'8". 250.
Oh, here we go.
12/30, 1984.
Immaculate.
As long as he's there.
Yeah.
8 of the last 12 years, Skip, the team that guy's been on has done what, Skip? They've been the Eastern Conference representative in what, Skip? Tell it, Skip. I need you to tell it.
That's about to end.
Oh, it ain't about to nothing.
Yep. That's
You
about to end.
gonna put some dew on that?
By the way, this is LeBron's 15th year coming up.
15.
Woo!
Got 5 more good ones to go.
Yeah. What did he tweet the other day? Something about savage workout.
It's scary. No. He say, I feel so good. It's scary.
Scary.
Scary, right?
Well, now he just flat out scared. ED, scared.
Whatever.
So, Shannon, that was your best attempt at spin doctor that you've had so far on
Oh,
the
you like
computer. That was a really nice attempt. So you're saying we, Cleveland, won the trade from a position of weakness. So translation is, hey, it was the best we could get under the circumstances, right? That's not exactly winning the trade.
Skip, we get a guy that averages 28 points a game, the same amount of assists. He was second All-NBA.
Yep.
He was fifth in the MVP voting.
Yep.
We gave up a guy, and Kyrie, we know he's an offensive juggernaut, can handle the ball, good at the rim with either hand. But Skip, considering that we had you had to move him, and everybody knows you have to move him, so they were offering mop buckets.
You didn't
max
have to.
candles.
You didn't have
we did.
to.
He had to
You
go.
had him under contract for the next 2
Because you don't want Bron to lump him up.
Oh, okay.
He does us no good lumped up.
All right. My turn. The Boston Celtics won this trade just the way they're going to win the Eastern Conference next year. And yes, I put a case of due on that right here, right now.
Okay.
This was an historic acquisition, and I'm not sure it's sinking into people's minds quite yet. I'm going to try to sink it a little deeper, just how historic this was. Do you know how exceedingly rare it is in the National Basketball Association's history that a player in his prime is actually available via trade? In his prime, via trade. I mean, listen, when that happens, you have to pull out every stop. You have to do everything in your power to go get said player, especially when he's, in my view, a top 5 player. We could debate that all day. I got him top 5. I'll go KD, Kawhi, LeBron. I'll give you Steph.
Once you didn't have LeBron first, the list was muck.
Right. I'll give you Steph 4. And then 5's debatable between those 3 guards. Is it Westbrook? Is it Harden? Or is it Kyrie? I'm going to go Kyrie on just clutchness because he is or was the Cavs closer. And he's the best closer in basketball. And I'll take that as the 5th best player in the league. And the Boston Celtics, Cleveland's #1 rival in the East, just acquired Kyrie Irving, not just in his prime, he's just barely entering his prime at age 25. This never happens. The last time there was a trade of this magnitude, you'd have to go back to Melo leaving Denver, being traded to New York. Melo was 26, but he didn't exactly have superstar impact on the New York Knicks. Okay, so I think this is going to have more impact on Boston than Melo had on New York. And if you want to go all the way back to the biggest trade in NBA history, you'd have to go back to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, from Bucks.
From the Bucks to the Lakers. And it was the same circumstance. Kareem told him, I want out, man. I'm not going to stay here. I don't want to re-sign here. I got a year to go on my contract. Just get me out of here. And they basically, the Bucks did, traded Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to the Los Angeles Lakers for 4 Jay Crowders. That's basically what it was in the end. Okay, so that's magnitude. That was historic.
Yeah.
This will turn out to be historic. So, in return, let's put this into perspective. The Cavs got back a ball-dominant point guard who's a defensive liability because he's only 5 feet 9 inches tall. So let's get this straight. Kyrie is 6 feet 3 inches tall. And when Kyrie wants to play defense, when he decides, which we see him do in the finals against Steph Curry, we saw it 2 years ago when they came back from 3-1 down. I thought Kyrie played the hell out of the defensive end against Steph. He can do it when he feels like it. He doesn't always focus on that part of his game, but he is highly capable. The 5'9" guy is just simply not capable because he's just too little. I don't think he has a lot of desire to play defense anyway. And by the way, he is so ball dominant that he had, among guards, the 3rd highest usage rate in the NBA last year. Wow. How are you going to work that out, LeBron? How are you going to figure that one
Same
out?
way LeBron worked it out with Kyrie.
Oh,
Kyrie was ball dominant before LeBron got back.
okay,
And what happened, Skip?
You know, Kyrie's basically a good guy who I think he deferred. I think he really said, okay, I give it up to you, King. I'm going to let you run the show.
Yeah, he about to defer.
That's why he's no longer a Cavalier. Isaiah has been used to running the show in Boston, and I think there's going to be a little clash of egos and wills. There's going to be an adjustment period.
No more so than what happened when Kyrie was there.
And by the way, Isaiah Thomas, if memory serves, is coming off a very serious hip injury, chose not to have surgery. And the shock of shocks to me yesterday was I saw a quote from a source inside the Cavs on ESPN.com who said, we're eager for our doctors to take a look at Isaiah's hip. You're eager to take a look. You didn't look at, they don't even know what they got. Is this not a big X factor? Brad Stevens said on as recently as Monday, we don't expect Isaiah to be ready for camp. You sure about his hip? LeBron, are you sure?
As long as you have LeBron, you're going to be favored in the East. At worst case scenario, Skip, you have the unprotected pick from the Brooklyn Nets.
But I'm talking about LeBron for next year. So he's got a big X factor at the point guard. He got back a nice player in Jay Crowder. I like Jay Crowder. 14 points and 6 he averaged last year. Not bad, and he will defend.
Yes.
But is he a life changer, a game changer? He's just another bench player, I think. No, I don't know. Maybe he starts, but...
Okay, but here's the thing. Again, Skip, the Cavaliers are operating from a position of weakness.
Why is that?
Because
it's LeBron's fault. It is LeBron's fault.
How?
Because he would not commit long-term to the Cleveland Cavaliers, so it forced Dan Gilbert, because there's some 32-year-old now in that position.
Good job. He got
34-year-old, I think he is. Anyway, Dan Gilbert is saying, I got no choice. I got to go one direction where they've got a pick that I want, and the only team that has a pick that I want is my number one rival, the team that won the most games this past year in the Eastern Conference. Yep. The Boston Celtics have an unprotected high number one pick belonging to Brooklyn.
Yep.
It could be that Marvin Bagley kid, who the number one recruit who went to Duke. I don't know. It just
or the guy that went to Missouri. I think he transferred. He was going to Washington.
One of those. So it could be a good player or it could not be a good. You don't know. But you got a potential to have a top five, and then it's up to the lottery, right?
Right.
Okay. So I get that, but that's not going to help LeBron if, in fact, he's going to Los Angeles or going to San Antonio or wherever he's going to go. Because next year, all he got was the X-factor point guard who's 5'9", ball-dominant defensive liability with a bad hip, and Jay Crowder and Zizic. And I don't know, Zizic is a Croatian kid, 6'11", but he hasn't played one dribble in the NBA yet. So I don't know what he is, a project? I don't know. Is it going to help LeBron next year? No. I think not.
But Skip, you say Isaiah Thomas is ball-dominant. What was Kyrie before LeBron came back?
He was a baby.
I ask a question. Was he ball dominant?
Well,
yes
sure,
or no?
On a bad team, he was ball dominant. But my point is, Isaiah, to your point, is he's had lots of success. He's enjoyed for a long period of time being the man in Boston. It's not going to be that easy for him to say, oh, wait a second. And by the way, after 1 year, after next year, he's free.
Yeah.
And what has he already said? You better back up the Brinks truck, said Isaiah Thomas.
Well,
really?
Skip, that don't put any fear in Dan Gilbert's heart. First of all, it was not Dan Gilbert. It was Kyrie requesting to be traded. So once he requested to be traded, let it known that he no longer wanted to play with LeBron James. LeBron's not going anywhere. I don't care if LeBron had 2 months on his contract. They would rather get rid of Kyrie, who has 2 years plus an option, which is 3 years, than get rid of LeBron with 2 months.
Okay.
That just goes to show you.
Bottom line, LeShannon Sharp.
Yes.
Cleveland got a little worse because they lost Kyrie Irving, and Boston got a lot better because they got Kyrie Irving. You got to boil it down to that. You can't disagree with that premise. You think Cleveland's better right now? No.
They're still going to win. Are they going to be the representatives of the Eastern Conference?
No.
Yes.
No.
Skip, you talk like Gordon Hayward is like that.
I never said that.
Al Horford was 41st in rebounding as a 6'11" power forward.
Think of this. You got at guards Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward, who's not bad. I never said he was great, but he's not bad.
Okay.
You got Al Horford in the post, and then you got a combination of
Marcus Morris.
Marcus Morris is probably going to be your power forward, but you got those kids, Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. Okay. They're really talented kids who might just, especially Jaylen Brown is coming, and we saw Jason Tatum in the Summer League. They're going to make big noise. That's a talented 5 or 6 players. You still got Marcus Smart and Terry Rozier and my guy Aaron Banks from San Antonio coming off the bench. That's just a better team than LeBron's got now.
Yeah,
Kyrie Irving is a Celtic.
You keep talking about talent, but every guy in the NBA is talented. But I'm going to throw at you. I'm going to throw LeBron James. And then I'm going to add Kevin Love. Kevin Love was still 22.
You don't like Kevin Love.
It doesn't matter. He's better than Al Horford.
I don't think he is better now.
Go out your mind.
He's not. He's not better than Al Horford.
Al Horford had one season in which he's
Al Horford could do a lot more things in the post.
Like what?
Everything.
Like what?
He's a better all-around
He doesn't
basketball
average more
player. I'll
points. He
take
doesn't
him.
average more
I'll
rebounds.
take him. I'll take him.
But I'm saying you keep telling me you'll take him. But what's
better passer? Better. He's just a better basketball player.
Skip? What is he, a quarterback now? I don't care about him being able to pass. That's what LeBron's for.
Kevin Love turned into a spot-up three-point shooter. That's
What is
all
Al
LeBron.
Horford?
Huh?
What is Al Horford?
He's not a spot-up three-point shooter.
He's a 14-point, 6-rebound-a-night power forward.
You guys are in trouble now.
Go out your mind.
This is some.
That's not what Vegas said.
There's no
What did Vegas
more
say?
cakewalk.
What did
They didn't
Vegas
change
say?
the odds at all.
Exactly. So we'll tell you.
Except they dropped LeBron's MVP odds, and they really dropped Isaiah Thomas's MVP odds, and they really dramatically increased Kyrie's MVP odds. Why would that be, Shannon?
Skip, I told you.
Woo.
Once he saw Russell Westbrook get the adoration that he got for not winning a title, he's like, I can do that. Plus, he has the ring already in his pocket. All I'm saying, if he was so good, why didn't Vegas move them from 10 to 1? They're the exact same thing they were yesterday, 10 to 1. Why is that, Skip? They got an MVP that's on the rise. They got Al Horford that's on the rise. They got Gordon Hayward who can really play, but they're still 10 to 1. Why, Skip?
Because they're waiting to see how both teams will come back
Hold
together.
on. That's not how Vegas does it. Vegas said the
I love
odds.
this team. I don't care what the odds are. This team is better. Boston is better than it was, and Cleveland is worse than it was. Explain how that's wrong. Explain it, because you can't.
Skip.
Cleveland's not as good as Cleveland was. You lost Kyrie.
Cleveland got a score. Kyrie averaged 25. Isaiah averaged 28. He's not going to average 28 with LeBron James, but he'll still be somewhere in the mid-20s. Now you also got a defender, and you also get an unprotected. This is what we know. This is not a ping pong tournament, but the Brooklyn Nets will have a lot of ping pong balls because they're going to be terrible again. I don't care if they got DeMar Carroll. I don't care if they got D'Angelo Russell, because as soon as D'Angelo Russell gets some dirt on one of his teammates, he's going to put it on Snapchat, and they're going to fall apart again.
Well,
they got Allen Crabbe. So all of that.
You have to root against them.
I ain't rooting against nobody.
Yeah, you are.
All I'm saying is, as long as the Cavaliers have LeBron James, they'll be just fine.
And all I know is that Kyrie got his ultimate wish, because not only does he get to go to a good team with a fine young coach and a great tradition, he gets an opportunity to go head-to-head with the guy he does not care for, the guy he wanted out of.
And guess what, Skip?
Kyrie said, bring on LeBron James. You think Kyrie vetoed this trade? No, he said, please, I want to...
He got no veto power.
Well, he could have told Boston, I will not re-sign long-term there. So he said, I am committed to the Celtics, because he is committed to taking down an aging LeBron James.
How many guys?
Here he comes.
There are 3 guys in the NBA that have a no-trade clause. Dirk Nowitzki, one Carmelo Anthony, and who might the other one be, Skip?
I don't know.
You know who it is. Say it. LeBron James.
The guy who just sabotaged his own chances next year by not committing long-term to Cleveland. Because Cleveland could have gotten a better deal if it didn't need that draft pick. It needed the draft pick to secure its future in case LeBron is not part of its future. So, LeBron, good luck next year.
LeBron said, Dan Gilbert, Kyrie, y'all do y'all. I'm going to do me. I'm committed to the 2017 into the 2018 season. That's what I'm committed to. After that, we'll readjust our focus and see where we're going from here. I'm not worried about it, because you know what? They're still going to the finals. Now, they probably lose 4 straight to Golden State because they got a juggernaut out there. But don't worry about it, Skip. Boston's not going anywhere with Al Horford, Gordon Hayward. You make it seem like Gordon Hayward, Larry Bird.
Kyrie and company will not lose 4 straight to Golden State.
You're correct.
They will not.
You're right.
You already said you predicted your team will lose 4 straight if it gets there, but it's not going to get there.
First of all, Skip, you're right. Kyrie not going to lose 4 straight. Because they're not even getting that Eastern Conference. LeBron's going to get out of the Eastern Conference. You know that. I know that.
I do not know
Man,
that. You're in trouble now. And you know what? For once, the Eastern Conference finally got interesting.
It is more competitive. But here's the thing, Skip. You still building your team around what, Skip? A 6-foot point guard. It's not a 5'9" point guard. It's 6 foot.
Who?
Kyrie.
Well, you just shortchanged him by 3 inches.
He's 6'2". We the same. I might be a little taller than him.
6'3".
You want me to pull up the picture?
Yeah.
I got the picture I took at the parade. I'm going to erase it off my Facebook page, too. I don't want no rim to see
Have
him.
you ever
you
seen a
coming to
better?
the petty side? That's so
Yeah,
good of you.
I'm being petty. I'm getting rid of all
Let it wash over you.
my
Dan.
Dorn Becker, Kyrie Irving. I'm getting rid of all my Kyrie
Welcome
Irving.
to the dark
Wait,
side.
are you the guy who used to say "unk"? We go "unk."
Yeah, we had
Best shot maker in
Oh, he
basketball,
was.
best
He is.
handle in
He
basketball,
is, but
right?
he no longer play for us.
Oh, okay.
I mean, hey,
Yeah.
if
Here we
Nicole
go.
Murphy was my girlfriend,
Here we
I mean,
go.
she was beautiful when I had her. But when she leave me, I leave her myself. I'm like, hey,
Yep.
she ain't the same
Well,
anymore.
the first game of the season, Celtics-Cavs, October 17th.
Wait, I got to say this one last time. Kyrie is a Celtic.
All
You
right.
believe that? Kyrie's a Celtic.
There will be no Lucky Charms.
Ooh.
You want some on that first game?
No.
Oh, I didn't
It's
think
at
so.
Cleveland.
I don't care where. Oh,
Listen,
you mean hold on? You mean to tell me
Beginning
the
stages
shot
of
maker,
Shannon being
Uncle
petty.
Drew?
I love it. Why is Floyd Mayweather questioning Conor's weight? We'll discuss that next.
Ron got